Hoy en Broadcast. Toda la tecnología en equipos de radio, televisión y media streaming. Entrevistas a personalidades, fabricantes, ingenieros de campo en las Américas y profesionales del medio. Conducido por Alfonso Lopez, reconocido proveedor de la industria. Este programa es patrocinado por 305 Broadcast. Hoy en Broadcast.
Hola y bienvenidos una vez más a Hoy en Broadcast. Estamos en nuestro capítulo número 40 y el día de hoy tengo un invitado muy especial, un gran amigo desde Francia. Él es el fundador, creador, diseñador e inventor del software o la suite completa de soluciones de Winmedia. Como el episodio de hoy va a ser un episodio bilingüe, voy a hacer la entrevista con mi amigo Stephan Tesoriere en inglés y después yo voy a ir traduciendo el contenido de este en español una vez que hayamos terminado. Así que déjame hacer esta bienvenida de nuevo para nuestros amigos de habla inglesa, que hablan en inglés, para que podamos todos entendernos. Así que welcome to Hoy en Broadcast, and I'm here with my good friend Stephan Tesoriere from France. He is the founder, designer, owner, inventor of the suite Winmedia, who has great solutions for all broadcasters, not only in automation, but CRM, sales, visual radio, logger, and everything that a radio station needs to be successful, to have a great flow of work. Let me just have the expert talking about this. Stephan, welcome to OEM Broadcast. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. Thank you to invite me to your podcast.
Please, for me, it's a great honor. I wanted to do this for a long time, but you always send me your Spanish-speaking sales guys, which are great, but we needed to have this interview with you, so I'm really happy to have you here, Stephan. First of all, how are things in France with all the pandemic? How is Marseille, where you live?
It's quite complicated because we have, the curfew at 6 o'clock. So everybody have to go back home almost 5 to 6. And then we have all the restaurant, the bar, everything is closed. So you have to work, on the day, and the night you stay home.
I cannot imagine you in that position, Stephan. A curfew. If bar closest with you, I don't think it's a good mix, no? Well, I wish you guys overcome that period and the whole world overcome that period soon. Stephan, well, first of all, in this program, one of the things that I like the most is that I have had the opportunity to talk to the founders and business owners like you. And I always like to hear a little history of how they managed to be in this position. How was your beginning in radio, and how was your beginnings in Winmedia, which was already about 25 years ago, right?
Yes, it was 25 years ago. By the way, I start as a radio owner, and so I know exactly the needs of the radio station, of course, because I was running the radio station every day. And then when I sold my radio station, I invest the money into one computer, one SIM card, and some people that will be able to develop the software. And I have my idea about the software, how it should run and what the needs are. And so we start very fast. And first of all, we do a first version in 98, and we install this version in one or two stations. And then step by step, we install it around France, first of all, then Canada, Quebec, French speaking, then Africa, and finally, since 2004 almost, we start to install everywhere in the world. And now we sell in 80 countries and in 25 languages. So the software could be, of course, in French, English.
You have a dog in the back.
I have a dog, yeah. I'm home, as I tell you. I'm home, and
it's a really success story, because I met Stephan probably in the year 2004, probably around there. And Stephan's background, as he just said, in radio, he understands the product. But you became from being a small software company, like many, to own the market in France, because you had a major competitor over there who has all the big networks, that's the LED, and you were able to succeed in that market and have one of these, all these biggest accounts now using Winmedia and the suite Winmedia. Now, I understand that for this part of the world, you also make a big investment with the OTM, is it OATM or OMT software?
So in 3 years ago, we decided to put the hand on the English Canadian market and in the US market. So we decided to invest into this company because the owner want to leave from the company. So it was a good opportunity for us to take this company. And so what we do, we merge the company with the one we already have in Quebec, in Canada. And we merged both company, and now it's an entire team. On the 14 people was working on this company originally, we have still all the 14 people stay in the company. So we try to keep the team, we try to increase the quality of the product, and we also insert the different tools they don't have, like traffic, music scheduling, and all the tools they don't build before we take this company. So now they are able to sell a complete solution as well. And the story of this company is that it's very difficult to merge and to I would say to ingest a company, and
especially from two different cultures.
Yes, but we have the chance that a part of the company, Winmedia company, was Canadian people as well. You know Francois, the team in Montreal. So that's also help a little to because we already have a part of the culture of the North America in the company, and so that permits us to good merge. And now the team is work in a totally respect, and in a totally very good
one company.
Yeah, it's one company, and we keep all the customer as well, so that's very important. And we still very North American thinking, but with some technology coming from France, to be clear. But most of the products are made in Winnipeg.
Okay, so in terms of product, both OMT and Winmedia, you have a complete solution for broadcast automation, both radio and TV and visual radio. That includes playlists, and just correct me if I'm wrong. That includes playlist software, automation, includes logger.
Presentation, if you want the different product.
Yes, of course. Please.
So we have imagined like Winmedia as the heart of the system. Okay. Winmedia or iMedia Touch. So the heart of the system means it's the database of the content. Okay. On that heart of the system, we have imagined some layer that permits to interconnect the content to different tools. So the first tools we have imagined early in 2007 was the CRM tools. The CRM tools permits you to make the contact with the customer that you want to sell some advertising, and permits you to make all the process of sales. I know you use QuickBooks for your business. Exactly. It's the same. We do the QuickBooks for radio and TV. So you can make a quotation with the different product, like a campaign or spot for this date to this date. You can put some digital advertisement, like a Facebook, Twitter page. You can put, the production cost, everything. So you do a quotation. And in the process of the quotation, exactly like you do in your QuickBook. I remember you, and you showed me early in 2005, remember?
Yes.
It's and then in the same process workflow, you have the quotation become a sales, send the campaign automatically to the automation software, could be Winmedia, iMedia Touch, but the other software as well. And then this send the campaign to the software, and in the software it's broadcasted. And when it's broadcasted, you have the history that return to the CRM, and we do the invoice. And the invoice we export to the accounting system. So the system is totally complete and called WinSales or iMedia Sales. So we have two versions, one for Winmedia and one for iMedia Touch.
And this is web-based, right?
Totally web-based.
Perfect.
That permits to avoid to have a server, connection, everything, maintenance, backup. You forget everything. You just
and even the sales team can work it from their devices, etc.
With a tablet, with the phone, totally responsive. So you can check as a sales manager, for example, you can check all the quotation made by your team, and you can validate and validate. You can do everything from your phone if you want.
Very well.
Even manage the production of the spot, listen the spot, say, okay, the spot is validated. I can send to my customer to validate it as well, and so on. So the total workflow process, remember you show me your workflow process, and you give me the idea to do it.
Thank you.
So I do the same. No, it's true, it's true.
Well,
you know, something is,
let me send you an invoice.
I will pay you something, don't worry. I already pay you some bottles.
Good dinner is enough.
in the Peruvian restaurant, I promise. The one you remember. So basically, this is the one layer. The second layer we have built is a layer to media asset management. Means everybody is in the world somewhere, everybody produce something, everybody use Zoom, everybody use every tools you want. And these tools is a tools to manage your library that permits you to, from anywhere, to upload everything in your library. And we call this media asset management, and we call these tools into our system WinMam and iMediaMam, of course. So that permits to use the, I like to say you want to use Winmedia or iMedia without a computer front of you. The WinMam is the solution because it's totally web-based as well, and you can interact with the software. It's like, you know, you have a remote of the software, but web-based. So this is the WinMam.
Because I think everything is moving that way. No, I think unless we will have servers and all the automation and everything is going up to the cloud, no?
Yeah, and now the next step we prepare, and we have some customer who move on that. We put every automation in the cloud. That permits to say, okay, the automation is in the cloud, and you have just the remote locally in the studios, and you are able to manage everything from the cloud. So that's the future. And with the 5G coming, it's so easy, and so you have the possibility to pilot your radio station for everywhere, of course. So this is where we are.
That's impressive. That's very impressive. Where do you think? Of course, now you just said it. We're going to have everything in the cloud. How do you see the radio business moving forward? I had an interview recently with, because it's interesting. No, there's market out there. The market still is huge. And the other day I had an interview with a fellow from a Catholic radio network here in the U.S. They have 180 stations, and 80% of them are AM. Imagine, some people think, no, AM just disappeared. No, there's still AM, and these are merging together with social media and visual radio. And so radio still is not in our hearts, but it's a business. It's a profitable business, and it's a way to communicate to people, and it can merge with the cloud, and it can merge with the social networks, so they can go together.
The only solution for radio or TV is to become a global media. That means there is no more radio, there is no more TV, there is one media. And this is why I changed the name here. You know, I changed Win Radio to Winmedia.
Of course.
Because everything is media. So you look, we have some customer together in Venezuela. The guys, you know, switch totally his radio station to visual radio.
Right.
When he play a title on the radio, he play the same clip on the video clip in the cloud, in the streaming. So that's a very good experiences with the guys who run pop music and this group in Venezuela. And they totally right, because the next step of the radio is to have the video. But the next step of the TV is also to be, interactive with the different person and locally interactive with the people, as we do actually with the system of conferences. So I think the merge is coming soon, and the 5G is coming also to help that, because from everywhere you can listen. And at the end, of course, the AM station will be like, the dinosaur. They will disappear because of the network, because of the speed of the bandwidth.
It's just another channel. It's a channel. There's an audience, and it's merging with the new technologies. I think. No, I don't see the word disappear yet, but
I'm sure your wife listened to the TV and not watching the TV when she do the cleaning of the house.
Because everything is on demand right now. Of course, everything is on demand. Actually, talking about on demand, does Winmedia has any type of solutions for building apps for media, for radio, TV? You guys have not been involved into that yet?
No, we offer one layer called WinWeb that permits to have a CMS, to manage your website and also to manage your different apps. You can design your apps as you want and everything. So
with the programming and the advertising, all comes together.
Yeah, and everything is linked to the playlist, of course, because you have an interaction between the database of Winmedia, that is the art, and the website that is receive the information from the database and running the website in function of the name of the show. Everything could be interconnect today. And we interconnect also the social network. We interconnect for the FM, the RDS. We interconnect for the DAB+. We can play some image that automatically refresh in the car. So it's a global media.
Excellent.
This is the term, global media.
Excellent. Stephane, thank you very much for being here with us. I know we are in a different time schedule, so it's quite late for you now. It's, I don't know, maybe 9:30, 10 right now where you are? 9:30. Let me, before we say goodbye, let me just summarize this to our Spanish audience and do give a little summary in Spanish of what we just talked today. Estábamos en línea con el señor Stephan Tesoriere. Él es el propietario, diseñador y el que está en la parte de atrás de esta gran empresa que se llama Winmedia. Es un grupo de soluciones. Ellos tienen dos compañías, Winmedia y iMedia Touch, aquí en los Estados Unidos y Canadá. Esta es una empresa que nació en Francia, en el sur de Francia, hace ya unos 25 años. Stephane estuvo involucrado en la radio desde muy joven, después vendió un pequeño network de radio que tenía en el sur de Francia y comenzó a incursionar en hacer softwares, empezaron a crear automatización. Pero lo interesante de esto que me estaba hablando Stephane es la tendencia de hoy en día en la tecnología, que todo se está mudando para la nube. Y lo hemos visto en diferentes casos. Vemos ya Wixstream mismo está haciendo las consolas que se vayan todo hacia un web base. Que podemos tener un control total de la nube en diferentes locaciones. Esta es la tendencia de la tecnología y esto es justamente lo que nos estaba comentando Stephane en esta entrevista. Ellos, el software de management que tienen, lo hacen web-based, el software de ventas donde los vendedores pueden hacer las pautas de la parte comercial, la parte publicitaria, no solamente para lo que es radio, televisión, pero sino todo lo que abarca media en las aplicaciones, en el website, etcétera. Todo es web-based y todo lo hacen de manera que pueda centralizarse en el sistema de ellos, pero puede trabajarse de manera remota, cosa que es muy importante en el día de hoy. Así que con esto nos despedimos de Stephan Tesoriere de Winmedia desde el sur de Francia. Stephane, one more time. Thank you for being with us, and I hope it's not the last one. And I hope to see you soon to have that promised dinner.
I hope to.
All right, my friend. Thank you very much, and see you next time. Hasta luego, muchísimas gracias y hasta la próxima.
Si quieres participar en nuestro próximo show, tienes alguna propuesta de tema a tratar, quieres compartir alguna experiencia, envíanos un mensaje vía mail a nuestro correo al aire@hoyenbroadcast.com.